Second free throw up, rattles home, Michigan by 4. Here comes Blackwell, 13 seconds to play. He's into the front court, leans around Wolf, turns the corner, drives in, fires a mid-range jumper, missed it short, rebound batted around, Blackwell squeezes it, fires a three in the left corner, airballed it short, Wolf the rebound, and he is fouled. 0.7 on the clock. The Wolverines can feel it now. Michigan by 4. Wolf will go to the stripe. Burnett and Golden, the freshman year roommates all those years ago, share a massive hug at half court.
And Trey Donaldson says night night to the Wisconsin Badgers, and they're 0.7 of a second away from a Big Ten championship. Who else do you want at the charity stripe? After Trey Donaldson struggled to close out the regular season, who else do you want to ice a Big Ten championship other than Trey Donaldson?
Michigan by 4. Now it's Wolf at the stripe. 0.7 to play. First free throw for Wolf is up, and toilet bowls down for Danny Wolf. 58-53, Michigan by 5. It is all but over. 0.7 to play. The sweet sound of the buzzer awaits Michigan momentarily. Wolf bends the knees. Second free throw up and down. 59-53, it's into Tanjay, a baseball pass down, and that will do it. Michigan wins the Big Ten championship game, 59-53 over Wisconsin. The Wolverines came into this tournament with questions to answer, 3 losses to end the regular season, underdogs in all 3 games in the Big Ten tourney. Well, many of those questions have been answered. Yes, this team can beat ranked opponents. Yes, this team is a contender. Of course, Dusty May is the right man for the job in his first year. The Wolverines are Big Ten tournament champions. The Wolverines are not underdogs. These are just straight dogs, TJ. 59-53, Michigan over Wisconsin. The Wolverines will head to March Madness on a 3-game win streak and a Big Ten title in their pockets. 67-64 Aggies. Here comes Donaldson across the timeline. In and out dribble. Now he wraps it back out to the top of the key. Screen from Golden to his left. Over to Gale Jr. He gets a switch on to Coleman. Drives left. Elevates in the lane. Lays it up and in. He flexes. How about Roddy Gale Jr.? Danny Wolf up top for Michigan. Now Reuben Jones high on the right wing. Trey Donaldson catches right corner. Down to Wolf right elbow. Drive to the right block. Lays it up. And it rattled in and out. Rebound Wolf on a bounce. He's on the left block now. Back to the basket. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it out. Reuben Jones. One more. Donaldson. Pump fakes right corner. Drive to the right elbow. Kick it out. Roddy Gale Jr. left wing three-pointer. He knocks down another 4th three-pointer for Roddy Gale Jr. He ties his Michigan career high of 20. 1-point game. 70-69. A&M. 6:29 to play. Here comes Chris Howell for the Tritons, down by 3. UCSD has not led in this game. He bounced it to Ty McGuy to the right of the March Madness logo at midcourt. Gets a screen from Howell to his left. Danny Wolf switches on to Ty McGuy. He shakes and bakes, pulls up a three-pointer. Down the hatch for Ty McGuy. We are tied. 63-63, under 3 to play here in Denver. Biggest free throws of the year for Danny Wolf. 61.6% from the stripe, 0 for 2 today. Bends the knees, first free throw is up and rattles off. He missed the front end of the 1-and-1. We're still tied. McGuy will bring it up. 63 all, 2:37 to play here in the first round. McGuy in the right wing, guarded by Gale Jr. Drives right toward the baseline, picks up his dribble. 6-foot floater is down. Ty McGuy gives the Tritons their first lead of the ball game with 2:24 to play. 65-63 UCSD. Reuben Jones on the left wing, up top Donaldson at the logo. He pulls up a deep three-pointer. He got it. Trey Donaldson. He quiets the crowd with a finger in front of his lips. Massive shot by Trey Donaldson. Michigan by 1. They're down by 3. You've got to imagine it's Ty McGuy here. It's into Gray. 16 seconds to play. Now it's McGuy. Down by 3. Michigan could foul at some point. 10 on the clock. McGuy around a screen, guarded by Wolf, crosses over. He's at the left wing, 5 on the clock. Sidestep to his left, pump fakes, puts up a 3 just off the back iron. Rebound Reuben Jones. He is not fouled. This game is over. McGuy got a decent enough look. He nearly buried it with 3 seconds to play. Just a little strong. He has his hands over his head and a sad smile on his face at half court as he gets hugs from teammates as he exits After a valiant effort, Michigan holds on and wins 68-65 over UC San Diego. Michigan will play on Saturday against Texas A&M in the round of 32. 57-54 USC, 8:44 to play in the ball game. Kiki Iriafen will go to the stripe. She's 4 for 4 on the day. Phenomenal free throw shooter on the season, 83% on a lot of volume. Iriafen will take her strides toward the free throw line. She'll get the basketball there. USC by 3, 8:44 to play. Iriafen bends the knees, and one free throw is up and good. Completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. In a full-court press back on for USC. Olivia Olson up the left side. Now over to Jordan Hobbs. She's across the timeline right side. Skip it to Mila Holloway. Pass jumped by Juju Watkins, who came running out of the backcourt to jump it. It's USC basketball. Malia Samuels up the left side for the Trojans. She'll slow down the wing. Now get a screen from Iriafen. Hand it back to Howell. Down low to Iriafen. Olivia Olson on her. Iriafen fadeaway jumper toward the baseline from 10 feet out. No. Rebound Jordan Hobbs. It was too strong. 58-54 USC. 8:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Jordan Hobbs at the logo, has the basketball. Kennedy Smith on her. Bounce it to Greta Kempstrader on the left wing. Kempstrader gets it over to Olson at the top of the key. She drives down the lane. Nobody stops her. She lays it up and in on the right side. That's as easy of a deuce as she'll find all day. 58-56 USC. 57-56 to play in the fourth quarter. USC by 2. Kennedy Smith catches up top, has a half step on Olson to try to jump the pass. Dumps it down to Iriafen on the left block. But first, an offensive foul called. Smith knocked over Kempstrader as she dumped it down to Iriafen. Third foul on Kennedy Smith. Greta Kempstrader takes the charge for Michigan. Brooke Quarles-Daniels back in for the Wolverines in the place of Olivia Olson. Jordan Hobbs will bring it up. USC by 2, 58-56. 7:42 to play in the fourth quarter. Greta Kempstrader on the left wing. Now Olson's there with the basketball. Juju Watkins on her. Gets a screen from Kempstrader to her right. Now drives to the lane. Right elbow jumper. Fadeaway is good. Tough shot for Olivia Olson. We're tied again. 58 all. 7:24 to play in the fourth quarter. Here comes Juju Watkins. Crosses over at the right wing. Drives to the lane. Hangs in front of the circle. Too strong. In a rebound, Olson. Watkins is down holding her face. It's with Kempstrader. Gets it over to Jordan Hobbs. 3 seconds to get across the timeline. She'll skip it ahead to Silas Sword's right wing. In a 10-second violation called.
10-second backcourt violation.
Pass was in the air, but no possession in the forecourt for Silas Swords when the clock hit 20. Kim Barnes-Arico's mouth is as wide as I've ever seen it. 58 all, 7:07 to play in the fourth quarter. USC basketball. Malia Samuels brings it up. Brooke Quarles-Daniels guards her. Samuels across into the forecourt. Gets it to Juju Watkins left wing. Now into the post. Kiki Iriafen catches low position. Left-handed shot right in front of the cup. Just a foot out is good for Iriafen. 60-58 USC. Iriafen with 25 now. USC by 2. 6:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Kim Barnes-Arico barking out signals. She paces the sidelines for Michigan. Gets it over to Olivia Olson on the left wing, does Jordan Hobbs. Now to Kempstrader. Hands it back to Swords up top. Swords steps back, crosses over to her left hand, drives the left lane, gets through the lane, and she is fouled as she put up a layup on the left side. I believe by Avery Howell. That's who it goes on. Silas Swords will go to the charity stripe. Swords on the day, 5 for 5 on the season, 87%. Howell, who committed the foul, she and Swords played with each other in prep for the Canadian national team for this Olympics. Swords was a member of the team. Howell, a member of the scout team who hopes to play for the national team in the future, as Swords, her former national team teammate, bends the knees, knocks down the first. 60-59, USC by 1. 6:29 to play in the fourth quarter. Swords bends the knees once more. Pierre on the second as well. Tie game again, 60 all. 6:28 to play in the fourth. Malia Samuels into the forecourt. Now to Von Oelhoffen at the logo. She'll bounce it. Juju Watkins, left elbow extended. Jabs left, goes left. Sees a double team from Kempstrader. Fades into the lane and banks it home off the heel. She split Kempstrader and Swords, found some daylight, and put it in from 4 feet out. 62-60, Southern California. Jordan Hobbs at the logo, sets it up for Michigan. Gets it to Olivia Olson on the left wing. Juju Watkins guards her. Now to Swords right wing. She drives in, back out. Kempstrader right wing three-pointer, airballed it wide left, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline. USC basketball. Camp Schrader a little frustrated with Jordan Hobbs about something about the Michigan offensive set and where everyone needed to be positioned. 62-60, USC by 2. 5:46 to play in the fourth quarter, and a little bit of frustration showing from these Michigan Wolverines. Samuels at the logo, drives right past Quarles Daniels into some help by Camp Schrader. She banks it in, plus the foul. Camp Schrader called for the blocking foul. Countered and one from Aaliyah Samuels. USC by 4. 64-60 Trojans. 5:36 to play in the fourth quarter. And Greta Camp Schrader picks up her third foul. The USC lead, its biggest, is the 4 that it is right now. It was 6-2 early in this game. Samuel's first free throw is up and down. Biggest lead of the game for USC at 5. 65-60 Trojans. And Mila Holloway will check in for Brooke Quarles Daniels. Full court press on for USC. It has bothered Michigan today. They've turned it over 15 times. Mila Holloway deep on the right side. Now to Jordan Hobbs on the left side. 65-60 USC. 5:24 to play in the fourth. Hobbs drives to the right elbow. Back to the basket. Kicks it out. Holloway on the right wing. Gets a screen from Camp Schrader to her left and uses it. Avery Howell now on her. Over to Jordan Hobbs, right wing with Iriafen on her. 6 on the shot clock. Hobbs behind the back. Drives in. Tough fadeaway shot. Airballed it short. Rebound Juju Watkins. USC by 5. Watkins, a full head of steam, accelerates down the right lane. And a foul called as she barreled into 3 Michigan defenders. Foul goes on Olivia Olson. That's her third personal. 65-60 USC, ball on the baseline. 4th team foul in the quarter on Michigan. Next foul on the Wolverines puts USC into the bonus. Trojans by 5, 65-60, 5:04 to play in the fourth quarter. Watkins, baseline inbound to Iriafen at the right elbow. Fakes a handoff to Watkins, now passes it up top to Watkins. Rejects an Iriafen screen to her right, goes left, and a foul call, a blocking foul on Olivia Olson. And she had just picked up her third. There's foul number 4. Under 5 media timeout, and the Wolverines have a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. They trail by 5. USC's biggest lead of this ball game. Olivia Olson has 4 fouls. Michigan's leading scorer with 4 personals. USC by 5, 65-60 Trojans, 4:58 to play in the fourth quarter. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Be back with you in a moment after this break.